Hi, this is Patty from Homemakers Daily. I wanted to talk today about the monthly task list. This is a list that tends to be underused, and yet it can be so very helpful in your planning. Now, we're looking here at the Franklin Covey, but pretty much, lots of systems have the same thing. DIY Fish does, Daytimer does. It's very common. And in the case of Franklin Covey, you have this 2-page spread for the monthly calendar. The front is the index, the monthly index. The middle, of course, is the calendar. And then you have this page on the back of each 2-page spread that they call the master task list. I call the monthly task list. That's a kind of a tongue twister there. Okay, so anyway, the way that I use this, this is where I put tasks that need to be done sometime during the month, but not necessarily on a specific day. If it needs to be done on a specific day, I will usually go ahead and write it on that day. Like when I'm planning my Christmas menu. See this tab here? That takes me to the Christmas page, which is where I will write my menu and details about Christmas. I don't normally decorate, but I'm kind of proud of this page, and that's the only one that I did, and it's because it's a special day. Okay, so on my list, up here in the upper right-hand corner, I put monthly checks. These are things that I try to do every month. I used to be really, really good at this. I usually did it on the first of every month. Clean the dishwasher filter, check the smoke alarms, refill David's snack stash that he keeps in his truck, and check the furnace filter. These are things that if you do these, then you can prevent problems for yourself later on. So I try to do these once a month. The truth is that on most of them, if I miss a month, it's not a big deal, but it is good to do them monthly, and I do put them on this page. Then I have down here budget information. Now this is not my official budget for the month. What this is just a place where I remind myself of expenses that I have coming up this month. It's not usually items that have to do with bills. It's usually the discretionary spending, like gifts, maybe medical, car repairs, gifts, that kind of thing. And you can see here, I didn't put amounts on these because I wasn't exactly sure how much I was going to want to spend. But that's what I put here. Then when I prepare my budget for the month, I look at these and incorporate them into the budget. Over here, I put birthdays for next month. I don't put birthdays for the current month because it's too late. I need to put them here for next month so I can begin planning. Now, in this case, I don't have any birthdays in January, so I made that note there so that when I look there, I would know that I hadn't forgotten there just aren't any. Then over here, I have tasks that need to be done sometime during the month. Now you can see here, buy presents for Christmas, and I went ahead and broke them out so that as I was able to buy them, I could mark them off. Wrap presents, color my hair. I do this every month, but I still put it on here. Christmas menu. I don't have a lot of stuff on here this month. I've just really gotten back into using my Franklin Covey. Okay, now another way to use this task list, if I think of something that I need to do, let's say in February. Let's say in February I need to call the doctor, but I don't have my February pages in here yet. So I have a couple of options. One is I can go back here to the February task list and I can write call the doctor. And then over here, if I need to do it on a set day, I can write the date right here. Then at the end of January, when I start planning February, I'll look at that and say, oh yeah, so then I'll go ahead and write it on the appropriate daily page. Now you could also write that on your February calendar. Let's say it was February 4th. You could put a little note here, call the doctor. And then on the back here, you could write the details about the phone call, maybe even the phone number and what you're calling about. Either way, either one of those would work. I would probably put it here. Now, I go to the doctor twice a year for a blood pressure checkup. I need to do that in January. So I did go ahead and write schedule Dr. Scott. Now I'll go in July, but I don't go ahead and write that. Even though I'm probably going to go in July, I don't write that down until I actually go here. Because if something happens and I don't go until February, then I wouldn't go the next time until August. So after I go to the doctor, I will immediately go forward 6 months and make a note to schedule the doctor appointment. Okay, so now let's look back here at the November task list. Again, I've been kind of hit and miss with my Franklin Covey this year, so none of these pages are as complete as they normally would be. But you can see I pretty much follow the pattern. Here are a few tasks I need to do. The monthly checks, a little bit of budgeting, the birthdays. I had 3. Actually, these were all in November. I did that wrong. But normally it's for the next month, but I write them here. Okay, let's take a look at this one. This one is a little more complete. I had my tasks here, and you can see here, these I put specific dates. I needed to pick up meds around the 25th. I needed to color my hair around the 17th. Now that's obviously not anything set in stone, but that would be 1 month. And I'm kind of bad about not doing that on a regular basis. So when I see the 17, it reminds me that I should really do it about then so that I don't end up looking like a hag. So I have some tasks here. I like to highlight them if I have a highlighter handy. Otherwise, I'll just check them off. Monthly checks and some budget information. Back here, September. Now down here, this is Flynn's. Now this actually is a bill. I don't normally write bills here, but this is one that's only paid every 3 months. And I don't keep 3 months of bill paying pages in my financial section, so I did write it here. This one, there's the checks, there's the monthly, and see, I needed to do that on the 1st, needed to do that on the 9th, or no, that was the last time I did it. I did it on 6/9, and then when I did it in July, it was the 19th. Now here were a couple of house projects. I needed to do some address changes. There's the financial, and there are the August birthdays and anniversaries. And then here, same thing. I won't bore you with the details, you can see. In this one, I didn't have any birthdays listed here. I think I wrote them up here that time for some reason, because I did have a couple. Some more address changes, budget, and these were some projects I needed to do on the house. And then this last one, same thing. That's pretty much my strategy. Tasks, birthdays, monthly checks, dollars. And then sometimes I'll put in special projects. And seriously, if you're not using this a monthly task list, it is such a benefit. When you have a task come up for the future and you don't have your pages in there yet, you just go to that. You write it in. I use this for renewals, annual renewals. I did already write back here. I noticed the other day that the license plates on the Jeep will expire in October. And since we moved last year, I did do an address change, but it may or may not actually work so that I get the reminder. So just to protect myself from letting my plates expire, I went ahead and wrote a reminder here in September. That gives me 60 days to get it done. And then if they don't send me a reminder, it's no big deal. So these pages are great for advanced planning when you don't have your daily pages or weekly pages in yet. Or if you just don't want to put it on your weekly pages because it doesn't need done on a specific day. And if you don't have a page like this that comes with your planning system, you can just make your own. Just put in a blank piece of paper for each month and then write your monthly tasks on that. So I really, really love these pages, and I can't imagine not using them. They have been a real help and save me from lots of trouble. So if you have any questions, let me know. More time management articles that you can read are available on homemakersdaily.com, and thank you for watching.